Here we go. Live streaming on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. Look at us.
Making streaming social media history. Okay, I'm gonna log off on here because it's gonna stay like that. Okay, bye bye.
All right. We're going to stay on for a couple more minutes. Well, I am on Instagram so people can know where to find us. Yeah.
Look at us. We are back. Cosmic Love. Let's see. One person's already watching, so we're already crushing it.
That's amazing. One.
Yeah.
No, all we need is one to start.
I know, right? I know.
It's how it all
This is going to be a fun episode.
I think so too. I feel it that it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. What are you drinking? What whiskey? Tea.
Yeah.
That's so un-BA of you.
So yeah, well, I can't hold my liquor like her. And if I think I'd be complete wreck on this show. Taylor, I don't know if that's appropriate for television.
Yeah. Oh my God, right? Oh yeah, that was a pretty low angle, huh? Not my intention. I had to grab that microphone. Okay.
I know. We didn't see anything. We didn't see anything we've already seen. If anybody's been watching you for a while, they've seen it.
Oh my God, was it that bad? Oh, what? Oh my God. I just saw it on the Yeah, okay. That's what just happened there. That's funny. All right. Well, hey there. People are on. Okay, I'm going to say hi, and then we're going to go into our first caller there.
Yes. Caller number one.
Caller number one. Yeah, I gotta wear my short shorts because I'm doing the meditation right after, and practically naked in that.
Yeah, you need the uniform. This is the Taylor Fortune uniform. I told him he needs to put like fortune on the butt. It's like fortune, and then like little pocket Taylor.
I know, right? In place of the juicy logo, it's the fortune logo.
Yeah, that's out. Oh, and then like it would be like dollar signs on the side.
Dollars. Yeah. I know, right? I know.
That's very West Coast. Yeah.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we do our first call?
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. This is gonna be fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who's our first caller? What is her or his name?
I never like to announce it until they answer.
Okay.
Because
Guys.
you know. Here we go. It is ringing.
That's always a good sign.
Right? Yeah. The phone is working.
I know.
Welcome to Cosmic Love. How are you doing today? How's it going, Sophia?
Good. How are you guys?
Sarah, how are you?
She's great. I'm amazing. Taylor, can you raise the volume on the microphone? Because I can't hear too well. I want to be able to hear her just a little bit better.
Okay. Sophia, talk for just one moment.
Yeah. So, Sophia, you and Taylor know each other IRL?
Yeah, we've known each other for like a year.
Awesome. How did you guys meet?
We met where everybody else met in all of this universe these days, on Instagram.
Okay. So it wasn't at the deli or the Starbucks or anything like that. It was on Instagram. Love it.
Yeah, no, exactly. We met in real life at a bar here in LA when we finally got around to meeting. What was that? Well, it was a vegan restaurant. They had alcohol, but you're right. It was a vegan restaurant.
A vegan restaurant that's not dry. Got it.
Yeah, not dry. I consider Sophia soul family, like you, Missy, BA. Yeah, she's in the Danielle. We're all in the tribe.
Love it. I love it. All right.
Yeah.
Can't hear her too well. I'm like struggling. Okay. Yeah. Sophia, just hang on one second. Taylor's going to raise the volume on you. Okay. Yeah. So I know you're calling about someone you recently dated. Is that correct? Or are you still dating him?
We broke up like a month ago.
Okay. So have you been?
It's been like 2 weeks.
Okay. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay. So how is that going? I mean, do you miss him, or are you guys still talking as friends? How's that going?
No, we're not talking. It just like ended pretty bad. So, I mean, I miss him, but like our relationship was really turbulent. So it just it doesn't work.
So it wasn't a healthy relationship for you. Who broke up with who? Did you break up with him, or did he break up with you, or is it mutual?
Well, I've broken up with him like multiple times just because he's super controlling. I mean, most of his chart is Capricorn, and I have a lot of
Oh,
Jupiter in my chart, and like Saturn and like Jupiter don't get along that well. So like, yeah, the main problem was like him being controlling and stuff. So it was like on and
mm,
off the whole relationship kind of. But we
yeah.
are very like drawn towards each other. That's the thing. It's like really hard to stay away from each other.
Yeah. Okay. This sounds karmic already. I'm getting the intuitive hit that this sounds like a karmic relationship, Sophia, but I definitely want to look at the chart. I know that you already gave Taylor the information. He passed it along to me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chart. And can you say this guy's name for me? Because I don't want to butcher it. Or do we just want to leave his name out of it and we can
We'll
just
just
call him Sophia X?
want to just call him Cap for the show, or it's up to Sophia. If she wants to say his name, that's totally fine.
We can just call him Cap.
Yeah,
Okay,
Cap for
Cat.
Capricorn.
Yeah. And Sophia, I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart, but I'm not offended at all. I don't know if you've ever watched a show, but I am not for the male Capricorn at
Yeah.
all. I've had quite a few bad experiences that my karmic was actually a Capricorn. So probably is. I assume he is not dead. So yeah.
I was gonna tell
Yeah,
Sophia that.
Capricorns. They're just like sometimes they're not good the best.
Yeah, well, they're ruled by Saturn, and Capricorn in the tarot is associated with somebody that we all know very well.
Yeah. The devil. Yeah. The devil.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
For all those people listening out there, Capricorn in tarot is associated with the Devil card. So take it or leave it. It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So I'm going to pull up the chart with you and Mr. Cap.
Mr.
Okay.
Cap.
Mr. Cap. All right. I am there. Taylor, are you there? Or do you just want?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He
I'm
is
here.
there as well. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of karmic hits from this.
Yes.
Sophia. I mean, I can see why there was a definite like sexual attraction between the two of you. And it probably took quite a few times for you to break up with him. That's what happens with the karmic. It's like you want to be with them, but you can't handle being with them because it's just so fucking overwhelming and toxic. So the first thing that I saw here, your south node is with his Eros and also his Juno. And so
Right.
the south node is about past lives, and Eros is erotic love, and Juno is marriage. So it's possible, karmically, like you guys might have been together and had a very sexual relationship in a past life. And that could, bring you guys together in this life. But it looks like your Lilith is on his Pluto, which is just really just destructive type energy. Because Pluto, of course, is destruction, and Lilith is, that unbridled, unfiltered sexuality. So that could get very intense.
And that's a perfect conjunction right there. It looks like the Pluto on Lilith.
Yeah, and it's in Scorpio too, because his
Yeah.
Pluto is in Scorpio and her Lilith is in Scorpio.
Yeah, that one can go either way. It could be, it can be passionate, but it definitely has a tendency probably to lean more on the very, very destructive side.
Yeah, especially if there's not,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, especially if there's not other like stabilizing things in the chart. And I'm not seeing a lot of stabilizing things in this chart. Like, for example, looks like his Chiron, the Cap's Chiron and his moon, but the Chiron is what does it for me is on Sophia's Vesta, which is unconditional love. So it's
Right.
almost like she's constantly trying to help him work out his emotional stuff. And that's
Yes.
probably why, Sophia, you kept going back to him to try to help him out. But then it just, probably just didn't work. And there was some other
Well,
Chiron.
that's a sign of an abusive relationship when you're unconditionally attracted to somebody's karmic wounds and their trauma.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then it looks like, Sophia, your Chiron is on his vertex, which again, like it's just like that's a lot of like karmic, because that's the divine gateway. So it's almost like you two just cyclically hurt each other. Is that how it felt when you guys were in the relationship? It was just like constantly hurting each other over and over again, and you weren't even trying to?
Yeah, definitely. Like we would get in really like big fights, and they were like really bad.
Oh, yeah, that's really difficult with somebody for
You know,
sure. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
the biggest, I mean, I think one of the another kind of red flags I'm seeing here is the karma asteroid, karma conjunct the north node,
Mm,
because that's what, you two have been, Sophia, you and him have been talking about this whole time, is the soul contract, and it being karmic. And it's like literally, like astrology always reveals, there it is, right on your fucking north node is his karma conjunction. And that is like, yeah, of course there's a contract there that, as you're evolving and stepping into your life purpose, he's right there attached to it, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Told you how it felt.
right, right.
That's crazy.
Isn't that
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a lot of like, I can't believe like how, like, just looking at this looks just painful to me, this relationship. And, I could see why they're attracted to each other because it looks like Sophia's Eros is right in her sun. So, Sophia, I have seen pictures of you on Instagram. You're gorgeous. And he's very attractive. I couldn't hear her. What did he say, honey?
I said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And his amour, which is, it's like the amorous, like he wants to, be with you really badly, that's right on your sun and your Eros. So he's so super attracted to you. And I'm sure you feel attracted to him as well. And it's hard when, you're physically attracted to somebody and maybe you can have a decent conversation with them, but then you just hurt each other over and over and over again. So yeah, it hurts me to see this chart. It's like,
Well,
yeah,
That's crazy. You can see that through the chart. That's so crazy.
oh,
yeah,
it's insane. I mean, the crazy thing is I am definitely seeing the past life connection with the Juno on the south node.
yeah.
But what Sophia has been talking about this whole time with the karma on the north node is, yeah, they have been karmically bound to each other in past lives, but it is coming to an end. Like that karmic contract is expiring, because that's not, you don't want to carry someone's karma into your future, and especially not into your life's purpose or soul's purpose right now in this life. You know what I mean? It's going to be like carrying like dead weight with you.
That's exactly what I was thinking, like a boulder on your back. It's
Yeah, a
like,
boulder on your back.
yeah, it's not healthy. It's not healthy to do that because when we're with, a soulmate or a twin flame, right, it's a healthier connection because even though, when you're in a divine union with somebody, if they're sick or they're in a shitty mood or whatever, of course, like it affects you personally. But if it's this kind of like karmic crap, right? Like that's not going to help you. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt held back a lot, like in that relationship, because it was like super controlling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Capricorn in that chart. And with that Mars and Scorpio, and I could speak from experience having my sun in Capricorn and my Mars in Scorpio, we try to dominate situations, especially like partners. And it's not because we're bad people or anything like that. I'm not trying to, say that people who have their sun in Capricorn and their Mars in Scorpio are shitty ass partners, but we like it our way. And you know, you're Pisces and you don't want to be controlled by anybody. You want to do your own thing. So that's why sometimes the Capricorn Pisces relationship isn't necessarily the most healthy one because Pisces wants to spread their wings and fly, and
Right.
Capricorn, no, it's this way. We're going to do it my way, because
Capricorn, they're so rigid. I mean, it can be cool for a very, I mean, Pisces is such a mystical placement that it could be nice to have kind of that structure, that rigidity to like keep you here on earth with the rest of us. But it can also be extremely oppressive too. And it could just be like, yeah, it could just really, like just keep baby in a corner. You know what I mean? It's like, it can just like keep
yeah,
your wings clipped.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I did appreciate like his groundedness and how like organized he was and he planned everything. Like I do like that about Capricorns. I always have Capricorn friends. Like I love them.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
that's just too much Capricorn.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's different with like a friendship or like a working relationship. Like I've had many Pisces friends, and I've actually worked closely with the Pisces and we balanced each other very, very well. But, it's different in a romantic relationship. Like I couldn't imagine being married to a Pisces or being in like, that kind of relationship because it's a very different style. I think that I would wind up being a fucking monster if I was married to a Pisces.
Well, also, like Sarah, we talk about this because female Capricorn is so much different because they don't
Yeah,
have all the ego attached. You
that's
know,
true.
male Capricorn is so ego driven. And that can be cool sometimes because, it does lead to success and ambition and all of that. But if they never leave that kind of ego state of mind, it can be really destructive. And that's where that material devil energy comes from, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Do you feel like he was trying to like plan things for you and not give you the freedom to kind of like plan your own life?
Yeah, like it was
Mhm.
like 3 months into our relationship, and he like wrote me an entire business plan and sent it to me. I didn't ask him to. It was like telling me all these things I could do for business, and I kind of took it the wrong way. I was like, why are you trying to like? I don't know. I felt like he thought I didn't know how to like handle my life, but it was like his way of showing love. I think, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, but I can see how it'd be kind of restrictive and annoying, especially if you,
Little condescending, but yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It's both. I can see both. It's both.
yeah. It'd
Um,
be different if he was like, let's work on this together, or if you asked him and then he worked on it together versus like, I'm your agent. That's
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
What about so I know Sophia's big into Mars energy, Mars and Scorpio, which is admittedly like an incredibly powerful placement.
Mhm.
What do you see here as a good match for that Mars and Scorpio? Because do you think Mars and Capricorn actually is a decent match for that? I've heard both sides of that one.
Okay, so this is my thoughts about all of that. So usually, and I'm going to check their Mars and Venus right now. So it looks like Sophia's Venus is in no, it's in Capricorn, right? And it looks like
Okay.
his, right? And
Aries, Venus
okay,
and Aries.
okay. I don't know why I saw that. Oh, her Mars is in, oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, Mars
So
and
yeah, yeah,
Scorpio,
yeah,
Venus and
yeah,
Aries.
yeah. Okay. So usually what I like to see, Sophia, so for a woman's Venus, okay, she usually likes a man with the Mars in that sign and vice versa. Okay. So like a man who has Venus in Capricorn, I'm just saying whatever, okay. And he'll probably be attracted to a woman with Mars and Capricorn, or a Mars and Capricorn is attracted to a Venus and Capricorn, and so on and so forth. So that's what I like to see. I like to see that Venus Mars switcheroo. That's what the best kind of connection is. So with his Mars and Scorpio, if you had a Venus in Scorpio, then that would be very complementary. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. So your Venus is in Aries, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Aries is a very assertive Venus, and you want what you want. In that Mars in Scorpio, that could be great sexual energy, Venus and Aries, Mars in Scorpio. But then it's like Venus wants it a certain way, and Mars in Scorpio is also very intense and wants it their way too. So it can lead to this battle of wills and a clash eventually, because you have two people wanting their way so intensely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It sounds right.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. I thought that
Yes.
like your Venus and your Venus matched up, but I guess it's this opposite.
No, Venus, for your Mars, that's what you like in a man, and a man's Venus is what they like in a woman. It's
Oh,
reversed.
okay.
Kelly
Yeah,
said it better than I did.
right, right. Yeah, I mean, that's a simple way. Like, if your Mars is in Scorpio, you like Scorpios. If a dude's Venus is in Leo, he likes Leo women, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and when those two can match up, then it's like, that's a really nice conjunction.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you had a guy with Mars and Aries, that might be a little better for you. Um, Also, yeah, or even like a gentler sign too, because you can kind of like dominate a little bit. You know? You might like that. Ms. Venus and Aries.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm that dominant of a person, but I guess sometimes I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm Pisces sun. It like overtakes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a balance of many things, aren't you?
But that Mars in Scorpio, that's a strong, intense placement.
Mhm.
That's one of the more powerful placements in the zodiac.
Yeah. Because yeah. Mm.
And then also Black Moon Lilith in Scorpio, that's really strong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's Yeah, I'll let Sarah explain that one.
Yeah, well, like any sexual kind of sign or planet in Scorpio, I mean, that's where it definitely belongs, right? Because Scorpio is intense and passionate. And of course, Mars is, Mars in Scorpio, it's its home. So it's very comfortable there. Pluto rules Scorpio too. And it looks like this
Mm,
guy has his Pluto in Scorpio. So just he's a little intense, and I can see why with your Piscean energy. Even though both of you have a lot of water in your chart, it's different. Now, Pisces is more relaxed and Scorpio is more intense. So
yeah.
there's a difference there.
The biggest similarity is that those two are by far, for my money, the most intuitive, psychic
Mhm.
signs in the zodiac.
Yeah,
But Pisces, it's just a different energy entirely.
yeah,
Pisces is so much more just gentle and mystical, and Scorpio is more like a fucking investigator. They're like
yeah,
into the occult. They're into like being a medium, like channeling the supernatural. It's just a much more kind of death-based placement. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
obsessed with death.
We're not afraid to go to the dark side of life. Like I teach an astrology class, and we were talking about Scorpios last night. We were looking at the ascendants, and we just got into like being psychic and this, then the other, and then I forgot how it, well, I don't even know how we got there, but anyways, so oh yeah, that's how it was. I was talking about my MC in Scorpio. Okay, so they were kind of guessing what that means, and they're like, oh yeah, you investigate. I said, well, one time I thought that my friend was getting cheated on, so I followed her husband and his friend to a bar to see if they were actually meeting up with people. So like that's what Mars
Oh
and
wow.
Scorpio
Yeah,
will do. Like I literally followed.
100%.
Yeah.
Are you, Sophia? Are you an investigator? Like, a light social media stalker, not like a crazy one.
No, I mean, I just feel like Scorpios, like when they walk in a room, they just understand. Like they just size out the situation. Like they just understand. Like they're like natural investigators. So they just get everything. They like, I don't know how to explain it. They just like see the situation for what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
it,
know. We know. And then we want the evidence. We're like, but we know, but we want to see. So we're gonna go and find out.
oh my God.
Yeah, that is very true.
It's so true. Because my moon is in Scorpio in my first house, and I also have Pluto in my first house. So yeah, when I walk into a room, I know everything. I know who everyone is. I know what the dynamic is, the social dynamic, the power dynamic. I can just sense it in like one just snapshot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's intense.
And that's part of there's a Scorpio psychic energy going on there too, but it's just intuitive, it's just perceptive.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Okay, Sophia, do you have any last questions? Is there like any burning question you have that any stone that hasn't been turned over yet or anything?
So like based off my chart, do you know like the best sun sign for me to date?
I,
Sarah, what do you think?
yeah. Okay. So I never say what sun sign somebody should date, Sophia, because it's a combination of a lot of things. Okay. So usually like I might look at your Venus and your Mars and say, okay, like this person's energy might be good for you or whatever. But a Pisces does well, usually with someone just in general, like if their chart has more of I guess an empathic vibe is what I would say. So somebody with water, a good mix of earth, water, and fire. That's what I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah. But and not too much air, and not too much
Yeah.
air, because when you put too much air in there, you guys are, I don't know, you guys are off there in la la land, and it doesn't usually end well. So yeah, someone with a good balance with some earth, water, and fire. So that's what I would suggest. Next time you're interested in someone, definitely, show us the chart and we can see if that's the person for you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Awesome. All
Okay,
right.
well, thank you so much for calling. I will talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah,
Wow,
guys, it's very intense. Yeah.
yeah, very intense. This chart's, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty wild chart. I definitely see the past, but it's the future that's really the red flags here.
And I mean, what do you always say as a life coach? I've heard you say it over and over again. It's like we're focusing on someone's present and future, not the past.
Exactly. The answers lie in the future, not in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's so
of
true.
course, like, the past is, it could be why they're initially attracted to each other. And there's that initial familiarity. But then,
Yeah.
you know, once they get to know each other, it's not the best, especially with karmics. That's usually how it works out. Like, I can't get away from you because I feel so familiar, but
Right.
just trash after trash after trash, trash disaster.
Trash after trash.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to call our boy Craig before you do your story here. And,
Awesome.
yeah.
Hey, has your tarot class started yet?
Next Tuesday. Are you coming?
I would love to come. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about it now on the air.
Let's talk about it now.
Hey, what's going on, Craig? You're on Cosmic Love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
Oh, winter dreariness here in central New York blows.
Wintertime. All of it.
Well, it was weird because yesterday morning there was snow, and then this morning it was 55 degrees. Crazy.
Wow. That's quite a swing.
Yeah. That's how it works in the North, Taylor. It sucks.
So little.
Yeah, I hear you. So what's going on with you today?
Yeah.
We have your chart here, but I know you wanted to ask us some questions.
Well, it was because we're at Cosmic Love.
Yeah. You want to ask about Cosmic Love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us
All
about
right.
it.
Missy did my chart a while back.
Yeah.
This past summer, but I don't recall a lot, like what's in what house, whatnot.
Yeah.
What to beware of.
It gets complicated.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's
how
see.
can anybody remember all that? I can barely remember my own chart. So I get
can't
it.
remember anything.
Obviously, I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
Yes, we know because we're always giving you shit about it.
And you're always picking on us Aries.
I pick on the Virgos mostly, but I think Sarah picks on the Aries a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Equal opportunity offender. I'll put it.
Yeah.
All right, Craig. So what do you want us to see in your chart today?
Well, I'm looking for love in all the wrong places.
I love it. So we can take a look at your chart and kind of see like where your Venus is, where your Mars is, and maybe like, you know, what the ideal profile for a woman would look like for you. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it to it, Taylor.
You said in the past, Sarah, that I know this person.
You know them?
That's what you had said.
I can't hear what he's saying, Taylor. The thing is,
I don't know what's going on with the microphone.
Said in the past. It was one of your lives on Instagram
Mhm.
with Danny.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Freaking out.
holy shit. Hold on. I know what's going on with this.
Hold on 1 second, Craig. Technical issues. We're fixing it.
Okay, let's try that.
Testing 1, 2. Hey.
Oh,
Check,
it's perfectly clear.
Oh my God. So did we lose Sophia's whole segment?
No, I heard her perfectly, but it was kind of low, but I heard her. I have good ears, but I didn't want to like interrupt her. But then with Craig, he's more soft spoken than Sophia actually. So
There was a button on my interface that had the mic turned off, so you were just hearing an open speakerphone that whole time instead of a mic'd phone.
Oh, it's Sophia?
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, because it was really low with her.
Yeah. Oh well, it'll it's.
I
it'll
got
be
a
the
little bit
confidential
bigger
episode.
voice, I'd say.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Now, Craig, what were you saying? Something about the live that you were on with Dan Yellen and I?
Well, that's when you had alluded that I may know this woman.
Oh.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't the last one where Danny, wow, you know, my wife showed up.
Yeah. This is something else. I feel like there might be someone that you probably went to high school with. Like, this is just my intuitive hit, that someone who might be in a similar situation like you, Craig, who lost their spouse, or perhaps like, they're no longer married to them just because it was not the best marriage for them. I do feel like there's definitely a possibility out there for you to reconnect with an old friend or possibly old flame from school. Does anybody ring a bell?
Nope,
Okay. Well, that doesn't
not
mean
at all.
it's not possible, because you went to school, right? You were in homeschooled, right?
Yeah, and a large class too. We had 1,000 kids in our class.
Might be time to get out the yearbook and start searching on Facebook. You never know. Class of 1980, whatever. What year did you graduate?
83.
Okay, I wasn't even born yet. I was in utero.
That was,
I was in diapers.
That's why I call you kiddo.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was 2 years old in 83.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Craig, do you want us to look at your chart and see like your Mars and Venus, what house they're in, kind of
Yeah.
talk about that? Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a great
Let me know
idea.
if there's any clusterfuck going on up there. It's my
Cluster
start.
fudge. Yeah, cluster fudge. That's what I used to say to my students. You guys are in a cluster fudge. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Craig, all right. So you have a 12th house Mars, and it looks like 9 degrees of Virgo. And let me find your Venus. Your Venus is, it's 16 degrees Aries. Okay, in conjunction with your sun. And it's in the 7th house. So, okay, I feel like Craig, just looking at your 7th house here, Craig, you have a 7th house conjunction. You also have Mercury there too. 7th house is all about relationships, those one-on-one relationships. I feel like, marriage, especially for you, is very important. I think you're like really like a one woman at a time. Craig doesn't play, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
juggled.
Yeah. And a lot of times when, especially men have Mars in the 12th house, this is a pattern I've noticed, even with celebrity charts, because I pull celebrity charts for fun sometimes, just so I can study astrology for patterns that people won't tell me on a client call sometimes. It's hard for them to find relationships that last, or it's hard for them to find just relationships that like stick, so to speak. So this is not about your wife that passed necessarily. This is just about finding a relationship and committing to it. It's not because you're a commitment phobe or anything like that. It's just doesn't come easily to you. Does that resonate?
Yeah, I'm picky. You can say it like that.
Yeah. What are you
Yeah.
ultimately looking for right now? What would be the ideal thing in a perfect world? Go on, tell. This is Cosmic Love. You can say anything the fuck you want on this show.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want a companion again, someone to do things with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
someone who has similar interests. Not everything. You need diversity. You gotta.
That's healthy. And that's a healthy outlook. But like, I would say, what are the top 3 things, as I'm fading to the background, top 3, this is what I would ask anybody who's single. What are the top 3 things you're looking for in a mate that they need to have? Besides that they're, a woman and, have feet or something. I don't know, be specific.
Humor. I love sarcasm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I'd like them to be easy on the eyes. You saw my pictures of my wife,
Yeah, she was very pretty, very, very pretty.
and more pretty on the inside than the out.
Yeah.
Someone with a good soul.
She's an angel.
I don't know that I'll ever have that again, but
Yeah, well, you never know. So we have humor, we have physically attractive, and what else?
just all around good person,
Okay, so someone
Loving.
who's successful.
caring. Not just necessarily towards me. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I get it.
You gotta love animals too. That's
Well, I think an Aries is a good match for you with the,
Mhm.
you know, with your Venus in the 7th house in Aries, which, you know, is very fitting because you're an Aries guy. So, do you like women who, like, you know, take a strong leadership role?
Thanks, Taylor.
I mean, I hate to always go back and compare to my wife because it's something I don't ever want to do is
Right,
for someone to my wife.
right. You don't want to minimize.
Exactly, completely different people.
Mhm.
I don't
Right.
know. I mean, would it bother me? No.
Yeah,
That a strong woman? Hell no. My wife was strong
yeah. I
in
feel
a
like,
lot of different ways.
yeah. And I think that's very attractive to you. Like, usually a sarcastic person, they have a lot of self-confidence in the first place, right? To be sarcastic, because I really don't know any weak people or people with low self-esteem that aren't, that, you know, have that kind of sense of humor in the first place.
Right.
Yeah. Especially women with a great sense of humor. They usually have a lot of self-confidence. Yeah. Craig, I see like for you intuitively as well. I see like this woman has to like the outdoors. Is that something that you felt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love hiking,
What do you,
camping.
Sarah, what are you seeing in the chart that reminds you of the outdoors?
It's just an intuitive hit. It was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I can find it in the chart,
Well,
but it,
Vesta and Taurus, that just reminds me of like a really strong bodily energy, which just seems to be
yes,
like, you know, very outdoorsy kind of a thing, getting the body
perfect.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree on that. Yeah. Let me look at,
Well, my hobby, that I didn't do this year, and it sucks. But gold prospecting
oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
in streams and rivers.
A lot of fun.
It's a lot of hard work. You don't get a lot of gold, at least not where I go. I've got to get further west,
Like panning,
like
right?
Colorado, California, Oregon, Washington, ultimately Alaska.
I am telling you, I am positive there's somebody out there for you. I am absolutely 100% positive.
He's getting a lot of
100%.
comments in the comment section. They're saying they love your voice. Someone's saying
Oh,
they'll marry
Jesus.
you. Tell him he's got a proposal, they say. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. See if you get any DMs.
Yeah. Because Craig, I think especially in the world that we live in, you know, there's a lot of women who are around your age who are divorced or have lost their spouse or maybe who are never married, who are looking for a guy like you with the same kind of philosophy. I'll just put it that way. You know, you like new age stuff and you have a certain political view. And I think there's a lot of women out there who are looking for that.
Well, I haven't found them.
Taylor, what do you recommend for him? Because I'm not on the singles scene. How could Craig find the right one for himself?
I mean, I hate to say it, really the only option nowadays is online dating. I know, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't do it myself, but I have in the past. I even met my ex-wife online. Well, whatever the fuck you call it, it's not online. I mean, it's like, you know, dating apps and stuff like that.
Tinder. Yeah.
I've met a couple people in LA doing that. To be honest, though, I meet more people through Instagram.
Right.
But that's a real shot in the dark because most of the people I meet on Instagram do not live, you know, within fucking 50 miles of me. It's like,
No one lives in central New York.
no. So that's why you have to
All
do.
out your way.
Exactly. And nobody, I mean, I feel like the people I meet, no one lives in LA and it's a hugely populated place. So that's why you have to do online because it's regional. But it sucks. It totally sucks. I get that. But I honestly, in this day and age, especially with all the bullshit COVID lockdowns and stuff, there's not a lot of options. It's like,
Well, I'm
you know.
getting the hell out of New York if they try that. Well, that's my intent anyways, get out of New York.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, well, would you move? Would you be willing to relocate to a city that's more highly populated with single women?
No, not city. Not
Yeah.
a
How
city.
about, like,
Well,
you-
I'll
okay,
go
so,
into
like-
the city. I
Okay.
can't live in a city.
Okay, so like I'll give you an example. So where I live right now, it's a college town. Okay, so it's not like city living, you know, like Chicago, but we're 2.5 hours away from Chicago, but I have everything I need here. It's a small college town. So, I mean, would you be willing to relocate to a place like that? Like it's a college town,
Oh yeah.
not like it's not a bustling city with a subway, all that kind of thing.
Well, my plans right now, friends of mine 2 years ago moved down to Florida. They're outside of Orlando. I know the Gulf side's better of Florida. They just told me about an immense amount of construction work going on down there.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we got an extra room. Come on down. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
Because they know what's going on up here.
Yeah. Craig, go for it. Sell the
I'm no
house.
fan of winter anymore. I don't build snow forts anymore.
Right. But I'm sure you wouldn't mind once in a while. But yeah, I would say go for it.
I like, but I don't take advantage of the snow like I used to. My
Right.
knees are too shot to go
No,
skiing anymore.
I understand. I totally get it. So yeah, I'm thinking Florida is the place to, you have friends there, social scene. There's plenty of like-minded ladies by the pool that you can play with.
That came up in a reading for you in one of my card pulls, that you need to be by the beach, by the water, by somewhere fucking warm and tropical and better.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Florida's pretty warm and tropical.
Dude,
Yeah.
let's get you to Florida.
But there's no gold in Florida. That's what sucks about Florida.
Well, then you go on
Man.
vacation. Then you go on
There's
vacation.
golden goddesses in Florida.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's the currency of that is much higher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love is priceless.
Anyway,
But,
cool.
so, yeah, like, all right. My wife was, what was she, Leo?
Yeah.
She was August 11th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's it. Leos are
I know
awesome.
all the wear-ins, wear-outs as far as other than sun sign. That's all I know is sun signs.
Yeah. Leo
Well,
and Aries is a good match.
Yeah, both fire. Listen, Craig, oh, there's some bug in the food, I don't know where that came from. Craig, when you go down to Florida and you meet her, we expect you to call on Cosmic Love, you and her together. Would
Yeah.
love that, okay?
It all started here.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll meet her on Instagram. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very likely.
yeah.
All right, Craig. Well, we got one last call we got to make tonight, so we really appreciate you calling.
Appreciate your time, guys. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you so much. I'll see you out there on Instagram land.
Yeah, IG.
Okay.
Peace.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Sarah. You
All right.
have the floor.
Here we go. I think we're gonna call Matt, but you're gonna call him, right? I don't think he's coming in here. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I'm going to call him now.
Yeah, hopefully he'll actually pick up. We'll see. With him, you never know. I have
Right.
a problem with him getting to answer the phone. You answer the phone more than he does, Taylor. What's up with
Really?
that? Yeah,
I think I have him.
I know. Answer the phone
He's
more than
210, right? 210's
Yeah.
Okay. I have him saved as Matt Sarah because that's my. I need mnemonics associations.
what happens.
Matt. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Matt. You were on Cosmic Love with your wife.
Awesome.
I'm not your
Oh,
wife. Sarah's your wife.
amazing. How are you guys?
We're
we're
doing
doing-
good. We're having a good show tonight. Have you been watching the show?
I am a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh,
I love it.
Tonight. It's going well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sarah, I'm
All
going to
right.
let you take the lead. I'll just help you with the synastry because
Okay, I love that. Okay, so do you want to tell the story of how we met and how crazy our journey has been? Do you want me to start out, or do you want to start out?
I think it's safer for you to start out. It's been a great journey, but I think I will let you lead.
Oh, you're a smart man, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. So I want you to chime in though, because it'll be more entertaining for the listeners. Okay, so do you remember the night that we met and what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had Sarah and I shared a apartment complex. I mean, there were separate buildings, but you came over to our college, apartment party with a whole floor of guys, and invited you over and your friends, and it was love at first sight for me.
Oh,
absolutely beautiful woman, and we actually started talking, and it was a great conversation.
I don't
which
remember
was-
what we talked
just
about. Do
blew my
you?
mind. And more importantly, you were actually talking with me, and that was really good. It was really awesome.
I don't remember what we talked about that night, really, at all. Do you
I
remember?
don't either, but it was just the idea that we actually had a great conversation, and I have not ever been in a relationship, and we were young. I was 20.
You were 20. You were
Um,
20.
Yeah, I was 20. And I was young, but I'd never been in a relationship where we just romantic relationship where we shared like that. It was really amazing. And
Yeah.
then it was college parties. We both had a few drinks, and then I somehow put your phone. This is of course before Instagram and before any social media. I put your number into my roommate's phone instead of my own phone, and thereby lost your number.
Yeah, I know. But hey, you didn't say the part where I attacked you physically at the party. You left that out. You were very nice to me and kind about that. But you were a nice you were a perfect gentleman about it. You were a perfect gentleman about it. You didn't take advantage of me that night. You even said to me, you said, I think you're really special and I want to wait for you. He actually said that.
Wow.
So sweet. I was like,
You're really
oh,
special, and I want to wait. What a unicorn! What a unicorn!
no. But and so I
I was
asked him,
completely right too. Is definitely right, and definitely. I think it was just good for our relationship in the long term because we were able to build
it
a strong
didn't,
relationship. That
Matt,
was great.
be real. It was only a few more weeks.
Okay, this story is too cute. Let's get to the synastry here. I want to see some conflict here. You guys are too lovey-dovey for me.
Okay, let's talk about the shit parts, Matt.
Yeah. Come on, get to the
Okay.
controversy.
Okay,
No,
so
that's
that
fine because there's I think you said to me recently, it's as if I've been in basically a series of crises for our whole relationship, and we've been together over 15 years now.
yeah.
And it's felt like I think you have helped me so much with dealing with what to me were some really hard changes
Mhm.
and a lot of growth, and we've both grown along the way. And it hasn't been easy, but
No.
it's been good.
No, because so when we were dating for about 6 months, I thought I was pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. And so he said to me, Taylor, he said, and everybody else who's listening, he said, even though you're not pregnant, I still want to marry you. That's what he said to me. So we were engaged.
Okay.
So then we were engaged, and then my parents decided to stop paying for my schooling and everything like that because they didn't like him. And then his parents didn't like me. And so basically his family hates me and my family hates him. So
There we go. Where was all this 5 minutes ago? I want the Montagues and the Capulets,
yeah, so okay, so
That's strange because they've never met, right?
No, they
When
never
you
met.
think about it,
They've only
we
yelled at
haven't-
each
we
other in
haven't
the
talked about
phone.
that aspect too much. Our families have literally never met, except for your
No.
mother meeting my parents.
No, they've never met, but they've yelled at each other a few times on the phone. But that was like in 2006 or something like that. So yeah, they've never met. And my parents, nobody from my family came to our wedding. Nobody.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, nobody. So yeah, we've been I don't know, we've been through a lot. I mean, just a lot of crisis moments. I feel like there's a few times in our relationship, I'll just be honest, where I thought that it was gonna completely dissolve, but it was like there was one point where we were basically separated, living in the same house. For that was like 3-4 years in our marriage, but then we made up somehow by the grace of God or whoever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Been
So
through the ringer.
we've been through the ringer. We've been through it all. We've been
Yeah.
through it all.
And you've been and truly Sarah, it's because you've been so strong and it really has been because of that, because unfortunately, especially when I was younger, especially in my 20s, I didn't want to make hard choices and changes until it became severe, until there was truly huge problems in our relationship that wouldn't be healed unless I made changes. For example, I grew up in an extreme religious setting. Really, it was a cult, it's extreme religious setting, and having to completely step away from that.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me do
Our
astrology.
relationship was strongly threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what all the shit that we've been through made us stronger and made our love stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what do you see in the chart, Taylor?
Oh, yeah. I was too immersed in the story. I got to pull up the chart now. Okay. So close out the last 10 with your chart. This is amazing. This is like, I feel like I'm about to enter a secret world. Do you have it already pulled up, Sarah?
I'll have to go back to it. I was still on
You're-
Craig's chart.
Okay, yeah, me too. Okay, so I assume it's regular Sarah, regular Matt, since you guys would be the.
It's the top one. It's the SARA. I know there's like an SARA H on there.
No, you're not
You
an
don't
H.
want to. Yeah. There's no
Conjunct
H.
Pluto's interesting. Oh, look at this. On the south node, we have Jupiter and Uranus. Jupiter is very nice on the south node.
It is.
Yeah. Sarah. Oh, do you want me to just do this one alone and tell you what I see?
I think so, but I'll still pull it up just in
Okay.
case I have to really
Good stuff. Good stuff I see. Obviously, we have the Sun, Eros, Juno conjunction with your Lilith. Oh my God. You know, that is a huge twin flame hit right there. Let's see. I mean, that's so how well, Matt, do you know astrology?
Not really at all. I get the concept of the zodiac.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stop there because that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. You know when to like just what do they say? Sit in silence and be thought a fool instead of opening your mouth and leaving room for doubt.
Something.
That would definitely be
Yeah.
the case here. There would be no doubt.
Right. So Lilith comes down to the main placement for twin flames. Lilith is that really strong sexual obsessive energy, very powerful. It's how we really just fall deeply into somebody. It can be a little bit destructive too, but that's part of what twin flames are. It's that push pull energy.
Oh my
And-
gosh, I see it. I see it. I see what you're looking at. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So Sarah, so your asteroid Eros and your asteroid Juno. Eros is about erotic love, and Juno is about marriage. Are both conjunct her Lilith. So her asteroid of sexual, obsessive, really kind of carnal energy is conjunct your asteroid of erotic love. So it's very strong sexual attraction there, which is twin flame energy, even though it's like, oh, it's just sexual, but yeah, it's like divine union right there.
Yeah, I think I'll say this, Matt, I hope you're not embarrassed, that I think that's kept us together sometimes when the other shit is falling apart.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, the comparison, really romantically, sexually, is there's really nothing to compare it to. And it's not just because we've been married for so long. It's just because the attraction was always so strong.
Right.
And it was always so good.
Oh, but wait, there's more. There's also Matt's Amor. There's Amor. Matt's Amor, which is his asteroid of kind of paternal, unconditional love. Very loving. It's a god of love. It is conjunct Sarah's sun, so you're just deeply in love with her personality. Who she is, the essence of her being. Another strong. That could be either twin flame or soulmate, but it's strong all the same. But I really go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, right away, like 2 weeks into our relationship, I got sick and he took me to the doctor. And I was like, I can't believe this guy's taking me to the doctor and he's only known me for 2 weeks.
Right.
That's the thing, like that care, that love and care. I was just like so impressed right away.
Right. Let's see. So the biggest thing I think here, though, that south node, I keep coming back to that because there's a full stellium around there. So we have Jupiter, we have Neptune, and we have Mercury all conjunct your south node, which makes me believe that Sarah, you were in Matt's life in multiple different facets, or perhaps in multiple different past lives as somebody who is a mystical teacher, somebody who was some type of intellectual influencer, maybe like an academic type teacher, and also Jupiter, just good fortune, somebody who just gave him like some mind expansion, somebody that you traveled with him on. It was just, you guys maybe had this very harmonious kind of optimistic union where you just were on this journey together.
I feel like that's how it is now too,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
And I
it's-
feel like-
It's played out since the first moment. I mean, it's taken us on very different paths
Right.
than we ever would have been on before. Even though we were at the same college and at the same happened to live in the same place, we were very different places. And
Yeah.
we both ended up on the same course together, but nowhere that either of us imagined.
Yeah.
No, it's still going that way too.
Okay, so the good, the bad, and the ugly. The one harder aspect that you have, Sarah, and you could talk about this, is you do have square. Your moons are squaring each other, so that means emotionally you guys are gonna have some disagreements.
Oh, oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that, Sarah?
Yeah. So Matt's moon is in Aries. Okay. So Aries moon, they could be very blunt, very emotionally blunt. And then the moon in Cancer, that's my moon. It's like we are very sensitive
Yeah,
to any kind
yeah.
of temper tantrum, any kind of bluntness, anytime someone isn't very careful with their words or their actions. So sometimes I misinterpret what he's feeling is something personal. And then I
Yeah.
try to help him with it. And it's very difficult because he's not really seeing me. He's just seeing red.
Oh, I got another aspect that's going to feed right into that. Sarah, so your Pluto is, let's see. No, your Pluto is trining his sun. Okay, but wait. You guys have conjunct Plutos there. Actually, the sun trine is nice. Yeah. No. Okay. I knew I saw it earlier. I missed it this time. His Pluto is squaring your sun.
Yeah.
Okay, which that's not all bad though, because it means initially you're gonna have a really strong attraction to one another. There's a magnetism that comes with that. The problem when Pluto squares someone's sun is that over time, without the right tools, without the right ability to communicate, that square can make people irritable. The same things I always say. People end up falling out of love with you for the same reasons they fell in love with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
A girl's like, oh, I'm dating a guy in a band. It's so awesome. Like, he plays shows and shit all the time. Fucking 6 months later, this guy is in a fucking band. He's never around. He's always playing stupid ass shows. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah.
that's why you liked him. You were dating him as he's in a band. She's like, well, now I don't like him for that. So that is very similar to Pluto squaring Sun, is that like you can fall very deep and hard for somebody's personality, the essence of who they are, but over time it starts to wear on you because Pluto has so much of that destructive energy. It's like the same reason why you fell in love with them becomes the same reason why you end up hating them. Of course,
Yeah.
you
That
two are.
makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Like I have very strong convictions, but that we can also just say I'm very stubborn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This is the shit out of me sometimes. I'm like, can't you just think of something else? Can't you get
Right.
something else? Like turn your head the other way, like the other way. And like, yeah, I love that he has like such strong opinions on certain things, but then like the stubbornness, I'm like, no. And that's like that Pluto and Libra generation. They love to fix things. They want things to be justified and fair and blah, blah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, you guys have enough nice, good aspects in this where that part can be overcome. Plus, you know about that. Like, if you know what your triggers are, or if you're like, oh, okay, that's fucking Pluto square my sun, so that's something that's just irritating me, and let's talk about that. Nothing in astrology is forsaken. Everything in astrology can be worked through with the right communication tools, especially if you both are committed to the relationship.
Yeah.
But a lot of these placements, in younger, less committed people, you will see how these things will really tear a relationship apart.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel like we've just been challenged so many times but we decide to do it together and not on separate pages. Wouldn't you see this, right, Matt?
Yeah, definitely. That's been something that once again, it's the strength that you have that is really you've put that forward and said, we need to work on this together, and we need to. This is what I need, and when you've done that, I've had to rise to the challenge and say, okay, I mean, this is the most important person in my life, and I definitely want to make that commitment. It's always worked for the best, and it's happened more than once, and it's led us down the most interesting, amazing, and really romantic adventures that you could imagine.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, well, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there because I'm gonna do my meditation. Then I got to do another podcast at 7. So we're doing a hard wrap at 6
Yeah.
tonight.
Taylor is.
But yeah, this is
Thank
very
you,
good.
Matt. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt. You guys' story is really nice, and your chart is really nice here. I like this. Yeah, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna go with? You guys are soul flames.
I love it. I
Yeah.
feel like,
All right.
Soul flames. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
yeah, I feel it too. I feel it too.
Yeah, it's very strong. I just feel the soulmate connection because of how harmonious everything is. It's not as like almost that toxicity of a twin flame relationship, even though twin flames are the most beautiful thing. It's not quite like it's a little softer than that, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, this has been enlightening, and yes, Taylor, I will talk to you soon, but Sarah, I will see you much sooner.
Yeah.
Okay. See you in the
All right, Matt. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Love it. Well, okay, you married wisely. So this is the first time I've seen this chart. I approve. You know, this. My name is Taylor, and I approve this marriage.
Thank you for officiating.
Yes, yeah.
I got the Taylor seal of approval. So I get the
Love
Taylor
it.
seal of
Love
approval.
it.
Yeah, I thought I should share that with you guys because, I wanted to show that even astrologers need that outside objective opinion from another astrologer because it's difficult for me to look at this and I see some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah. You can't
Yeah.
objectively look at your own chart, especially with your husband. I mean, that's like near impossible.
No, not at all. One day I'll do yours and whoever's.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I do not make me do my own for someone else. I'll do it for fun for myself, but I need an outsider's opinion to really get down to it.
I know. So we will be back, not next week, but the week after, because we are not doing this at our Thanksgiving tables and it's not cool. It is weird. We're just not doing it.
We're
But
just not going to do it.
no, we're not doing it in front of the turkey. But I know Taylor has a class coming up. Want to talk about
I do. Yeah, I have my tarot class, guys. So that is starting on Tuesday, November 23rd, 4 o'clock. It's 3 classes in a row, 3 Tuesdays in a row. It's $150 total, not per class. So total. And I'm doing, you will basically, if you're a beginner, you will become intermediate. If you're intermediate, you will become advanced.
I'll be
Yeah,
there.
I've really got this class down to a very comprehensive and fun structure, and I would really very much appreciate it if you signed up. Shoot me a DM or just go straight to taylorfortune.com.
Yep. And if you'd like to book a reading with either of us, my website is fullmoonastrology.as.me, and you can book on there. And Taylor, go for it.
Yeah, love it. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, you want to hop onto my meditation on Instagram right now? I'm going to log out. And then tonight we're going to do divine feminine energy, earth energy, abundance energy. So
Perfect.
I will be on there on IG in about 5 minutes doing that meditation.
Awesome. All right, Taylor, I'll see you there.